Robert De Niro is a legendary actor known for his incredible performances across a wide range of films. Here is a list of 10 of his best films. The Godfather Part II, 1974. Taxi Driver, 1976. Raging Bull, 1980. Goodfellas, 1990. Casino, 1995. Once Upon a Time in America, 1984. Heat, 1995. The Deer Hunter, 1978. The Untouchables, 1987. Cape Fear, 1991. These films represent just a fraction of Robert De Niro's impressive filmography and showcase his versatility as an actor. His performances in these movies have left a lasting impact on the world of cinema. Now, let's check out each of these films, starting with my favorite, The Godfather Part II. In this epic crime drama, De Niro plays young Vito Corleone, the father of Al Pacino's character, Michael Corleone. The film follows both Vito's rise to power in early 20th century New York City and Michael's efforts to hold on to the family's criminal empire in the 1950s and 60s. The Godfather Part II, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, this film is widely regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. De Niro's portrayal of Vito Corleone earned him his first Academy Award, and his scenes in the film are some of the most memorable, particularly his rise to power in the Italian-American community and his revenge against his family's enemies. Taxi Driver, 1976. In this psychological thriller, De Niro plays Travis Bickle, a disturbed Vietnam War veteran who drives a taxi through the seedy streets of New York City. As he becomes increasingly alienated from society, he becomes fixated on a young woman played by Jodie Foster and plots to save her from her life as a child prostitute. Directed by Martin Scorsese, this film is a gritty, disturbing look at the dark side of urban life in the 1970s. De Niro's performance as Travis Bickle is widely considered one of his best, as he captures the character's growing sense of isolation and madness with disturbing precision. The movie also featured a memorable score by Bernard Herrmann and an iconic line by De Niro's character, "You talkin' to me?" Raging Bull is a 1980 biographical sports drama film directed by Martin Scorsese and starring Robert De Niro as boxer Jake LaMotta. The movie is based on the real-life story of Jake LaMotta, a middleweight boxer who rose to fame during the 1940s and 1950s. The film follows LaMotta's career and personal life, including his turbulent relationships with his wife, brother, and friends. The film is known for its intense portrayal of LaMotta's violent and self-destructive tendencies, as well as his struggle with jealousy and paranoia. The movie was a critical success and was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, winning 2, including Best Actor for De Niro's powerful performance. The film is also notable for its innovative use of black and white cinematography and its visceral fight scenes, which were choreographed by real-life boxer and trainer, Jake LaMotta himself. De Niro's performance as LaMotta is widely regarded as one of the best of his career, with the actor famously gaining over 50 pounds to portray the older, overweight version of the boxer in the film's later scenes. De Niro's commitment to the role, combined with Scorsese's skilled direction and the film's striking cinematography, create a powerful and unforgettable portrait of a troubled and complex individual. Overall, Raging Bull is considered one of the greatest sports films ever made, as well as a masterpiece of American cinema, showcasing the raw and uncompromising vision of one of its most celebrated directors and actors. Goodfellas is a crime drama film directed by Martin Scorsese, released in 1990. The film is based on the book Wise Guy by Nicholas Pileggi, which tells the true story of Henry Hill, a mobster who became an FBI informant. The film stars Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci, among others. The movie follows the rise and fall of Henry Hill, played by Ray Liotta, a young man who becomes involved in the mafia at a young age and climbs the ranks to become a trusted member of the organization. He befriends fellow mobsters Jimmy Conway, played by Robert De Niro, and Tommy DeVito, played by Joe Pesci, and the three of them carry out various criminal activities, including theft, extortion, and murder. The film explores the glamorous and violent world of organized crime, but also the toll it takes on those involved. As Hill becomes more deeply involved in the mafia, he begins to lose touch with his family and struggle with drug addiction. Meanwhile, the FBI is closing in on the organization, and Hill is forced to become an informant to avoid a lengthy prison sentence. The film was praised for its realistic portrayal of the mafia, its strong performances by the cast, and its stylish direction by Scorsese. It was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and won the award for Best Supporting Actor for Joe Pesci's portrayal of Tommy DeVito. Overall, Goodfellas is considered a classic of the crime drama genre, and is widely regarded as one of Scorsese's best films. One of the most famous scenes in the film is the one-shot tracking shot that takes place during the Copa nightclub scene. The shot follows Henry and Karen as they enter the club, walk through the kitchen, and are escorted to a VIP table. The shot took several days to film and required a lot of coordination and planning. Goodfellas is a powerful and visceral exploration of the mafia lifestyle and the toll it takes on those involved. The film's excellent performances, stylish direction, and memorable soundtrack make it a true classic of the crime drama genre. Casino is a 1995 American crime drama film directed by Martin Scorsese. It stars Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Sharon Stone in lead roles. The film is based on the nonfiction book Casino, Love and Honor in Las Vegas by Nicholas Pileggi, who also co-wrote the screenplay with Scorsese. Set in the 1970s and 1980s, Casino tells the story of Sam Ace Rothstein, played by Robert De Niro, a professional gambler who is selected by the Italian-American mob to oversee operations at the fictional Tangiers Casino in Las Vegas. Ace is known for his keen understanding of odds and impeccable management skills. He quickly turns the casino into a successful and profitable venture, attracting high rollers and generating massive amounts of revenue. However, trouble arises when Ace's childhood friend, Nicky Santoro, played by Joe Pesci, a violent and unpredictable enforcer, arrives in Las Vegas. Nicky's involvement with the mob brings corruption and violence to the casino operations. As the business thrives, tensions mount between Ace, Nicky, and the various criminal elements involved in the casino. Complicating matters further is Ace's turbulent relationship with his wife, Ginger McKenna, played by Sharon Stone. Ginger is a former hustler and a glamorous socialite who becomes entangled in a web of greed, addiction, and betrayal. Her volatile behavior threatens Ace's professional and personal life, ultimately leading to tragic consequences. Casino explores themes of power, greed, loyalty, and the dark underbelly of the gambling world. Scorsese's direction is marked by his signature visual style, compelling storytelling, and intense performances from the cast. The film received critical acclaim for its performances, writing, and depiction of Las Vegas, earning praise for its authenticity and attention to detail. Casino is known for its gritty portrayal of the criminal underworld and the lavish, opulent lifestyle associated with Las Vegas. It serves as a cautionary tale of the destructive forces of greed and ambition, as well as the consequences of unchecked power in a corrupt environment. Once Upon a Time in America is an epic crime drama film directed by Sergio Leone. Released in 1984, it stars Robert De Niro, James Woods, Elizabeth McGovern, and Joe Pesci. The movie spans several decades, chronicling the lives of a group of Jewish gangsters in New York City from their childhood in the 1920s to their later years in the 1960s. The film is known for its non-linear narrative structure, which weaves together different time periods and events. It explores themes of friendship, betrayal, greed, and the loss of innocence. The story revolves around 2 childhood friends, David Noodles Aronson, played by Robert De Niro, and Maximilian Max Berkovich, played by James Woods, who grow up in the Jewish ghetto of Manhattan's Lower East Side during the Prohibition era. The film begins with the gang's glory days during the 1920s when they engage in bootlegging and other criminal activities. However, their criminal activities eventually lead to tragedy and the gang members go their separate ways. Noodles, the film's protagonist, serves several years in prison and returns to New York City in the 1960s. Throughout the movie, the narrative switches between the past and the present, revealing the events that shaped the characters' lives and the reasons behind their choices. It explores Noodle's complex relationships with his friends, particularly his deep connection with Deborah, played by Jennifer Connelly as a young girl, and Elizabeth McGovern as an adult, who is his love interest and Max's sister. Once Upon a Time in America received critical acclaim for its direction, performances, and cinematography. It was highly praised for its atmospheric depiction of the changing eras and the intricate character development. However, the film initially faced controversy due to a heavily edited version that was released in the United States, which resulted in a fragmented and confusing narrative. The original longer version, restored in later years, is considered a masterpiece and is often hailed as one of the greatest gangster films ever made. The film's running time is approximately 229 minutes in its original director's cut, making it a lengthy and immersive cinematic experience. It stands as Sergio Leone's final film and is regarded as a significant work in his illustrious career. The film features a memorable score composed by Ennio Morricone, a frequent collaborator of Sergio Leone. The haunting and evocative music adds depth and emotional resonance to the storytelling. The soundtrack also includes popular songs from the respective eras depicted in the film, creating a rich atmosphere. The film delves into themes such as memory, guilt, and the cyclical nature of life. It explores the concept of nostalgia and the longing for a past that may be idealized or distorted by memory. Symbolism, such as recurring motifs and objects, is utilized to convey deeper meanings and emotional connections. The film is based on the novel The Hoods by Harry Gray, pseudonym of Harry Goldberg, a former gangster who drew upon his own experiences in the Jewish underworld of New York City. The novel was published in 1952 and was later adapted into the screenplay for the film. Once Upon a Time in America stands as a testament to Sergio Leone's artistry and his ability to craft grand, sprawling narratives. Heat is a crime thriller film directed by Michael Mann and released in 1995. The movie is known for its intense portrayal of the cat-and-mouse game between a group of professional bank robbers and the dedicated detective determined to bring them to justice. Here are some details about the film. Heat revolves around two main characters, Neil McCauley, played by Robert De Niro, a seasoned professional thief, and Vincent Hanna, played by Al Pacino, a veteran LAPD detective. Neil leads a crew of skilled criminals, including Chris Shiherlis, Val Kilmer, Michael Chirito, Tom Sizemore, and Danny Trejo. The film explores the parallel lives of Neil and Vincent as they pursue their respective goals. Neil plans a series of heists to secure his financial future, while Vincent becomes increasingly obsessed with capturing Neil and his crew. Their paths eventually cross, leading to a thrilling confrontation. Heat delves into various themes, such as the nature of obsession, the duality of characters, and the blurred line between good and evil. It examines the personal lives of the characters and the toll their chosen professions take on their relationships and mental well-being. The film also explores the concept of fate and the inevitability of consequences. Both Neil and Vincent are driven by their respective codes, and their choices ultimately determine their destinies. Cast and characters. Heat boasts a star-studded cast, including Robert De Niro as Neil McCauley, a disciplined and professional thief who operates by a strict set of rules. Al Pacino as Vincent Hanna, a relentless and dedicated detective determined to bring down Neil and his crew. Val Kilmer as Chris Shiherlis, a skilled criminal and member of Neil's crew, struggling with personal issues. Tom Sizemore as Michael Chirito, another member of Neil's crew, known for his tough and loyal nature. Ashley Judd as Charlene Shiherlis, Chris's troubled wife, caught in the midst of criminal activities. Natalie Portman as Lauren Gustafson, Vincent's stepdaughter, dealing with her own struggles. Heat has gained a significant following over the years and is considered a classic in the crime thriller genre. It is praised for its realistic depiction of heists and intense action sequences. The film is also known for its memorable performances, particularly the electrifying on-screen chemistry between De Niro and Pacino. The Deer Hunter is a renowned American war drama film released in 1978. Directed by Michael Cimino and starring Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, and Meryl Streep, the movie is set during the Vietnam War and explores the profound effects of war on a group of friends from a small town in Pennsylvania. The Deer Hunter follows the lives of three steelworker friends from Clairton, Pennsylvania: Michael, played by Robert De Niro; Stephen, played by John Savage; and Nick, played by Christopher Walken. The film is divided into 3 acts: the pre-war life of the characters, their experiences in Vietnam, and the aftermath of the war. Act 1, the characters are introduced during a wedding celebration, establishing their strong bond. The friends, along with other locals, enjoy deer hunting in the mountains, which serves as a symbol of their unity and innocence. Act 2, the trio volunteers for service in the Vietnam War. They are captured by the Viet Cong and forced to play Russian roulette, a harrowing experience that leaves a lasting impact on their psyches. Stephen loses his legs in an attempt to escape, while Nick is left mentally scarred. Act 3, the war ends, and the friends return to Clairton. However, their lives are profoundly affected by their experiences. Michael struggles with survivor's guilt and aims to find Nick, who has fallen into a dangerous spiral. The film explores themes of trauma, patriotism, and the disillusionment caused by war. The Deer Hunter delves into various themes, including the impact of war on individuals and their relationships, the psychological toll of combat, the camaraderie among soldiers, and the loss of innocence. It also examines the contrast between small-town American life and the brutality of war, highlighting the complexities of human nature and the search for identity in the face of trauma. The Deer Hunter was highly acclaimed upon its release. It received 9 Academy Award nominations and won 5, including Best Picture, Best Director for Michael Cimino, and Best Supporting Actor for Christopher Walken. The film was praised for its powerful performances, emotional depth, and its depiction of the Vietnam War's effects on the characters. Please note that while the film is highly regarded, it does depict intense and graphic scenes, including violence and the portrayal of war-related trauma. The Untouchables is a crime drama film directed by Brian De Palma and released in 1987. The film is set during the Prohibition era in Chicago and revolves around the efforts of a special team, known as the Untouchables, to bring down the notorious gangster Al Capone. Elliot Ness, played by Kevin Costner, is a federal agent tasked with enforcing prohibition laws in Chicago during the 1930s. He forms a small team of incorruptible law enforcement officers, including veteran Irish-American cop Jim Malone, played by Sean Connery, streetwise agent George Stone, played by Andy Garcia, and accountant Oscar Wallace, played by Charles Martin Smith. They are determined to take down Al Capone, played by Robert De Niro, the powerful and ruthless gangster who controls the illegal alcohol trade in the city. The team faces numerous challenges and dangers as they investigate Capone's activities, risking their lives in pursuit of justice. The film features a cast of memorable characters. Kevin Costner portrays Elliot Ness as an idealistic and determined agent who is willing to do whatever it takes to bring down Capone. Sean Connery's performance as Jim Malone earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Robert De Niro brings his talent to the role of Al Capone, portraying him as a charismatic but ruthless criminal. The Untouchables explores themes of justice, morality, and the pursuit of power. It highlights the conflict between law enforcement and organized crime, depicting the lengths to which both sides are willing to go to achieve their objectives. The film also explores the idea of personal sacrifice for the greater good and the importance of maintaining integrity in the face of corruption. The Untouchables received positive reviews from critics and was a commercial success. It was praised for its stylish direction, strong performances, and memorable set pieces, particularly the iconic staircase shootout sequence. The film was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor for Sean Connery, and won 1 for Best Supporting Actor. The Untouchables is a gripping crime drama that offers a fictionalized account of the pursuit of Al Capone during the Prohibition era. It combines action, suspense, and strong performances to deliver an entertaining and memorable cinematic experience. The 1991 version of Cape Fear is a psychological thriller film directed by Martin Scorsese. It stars Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, and Juliette Lewis in lead roles. The film is a remake of the 1962 movie of the same name. The story revolves around the character of Max Cady, played by Robert De Niro, a convicted rapist who has been released from prison after serving a 14-year sentence. Cady is determined to exact revenge on his former defense attorney, Sam Bowden, portrayed by Nick Nolte, whom he believes deliberately withheld evidence during his trial. As Cady begins stalking the Bowden family, he employs various tactics to instill fear and psychological torment. He targets Sam's wife, Lee Bowden, portrayed by Jessica Lange, and their teenage daughter, Danielle, played by Juliette Lewis. Cady's relentless pursuit and manipulation create a sense of impending danger and psychological distress within the family. Robert De Niro's performance as Max Cady received critical acclaim and earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. His portrayal of the menacing and calculating character is widely regarded as one of the most memorable in his career. Cape Fear explores themes of vengeance, obsession, justice, and morality. Martin Scorsese's direction infuses the film with a palpable sense of tension, utilizing visual techniques and a powerful score to heighten the suspenseful atmosphere.